All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the second webinar series, third webinar, Need of the Hour. Good afternoon, everyone. Our students, I am very grateful to the 134 students and faculty that have joined us today and our well-wishers and guests. Thank you very much. So I'm wondering, really, where are the others? I have 144 students in first year, 110 in second year, and 103 or 105 in third year. Where are you guys? Please do know that these webinars are for your enlightenment, for your expanding your horizons, and for you to have a break from your regular classwork. I expect everyone to soon be joining us. And again, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Need of the Hour. Most beautiful title given by Andre Sir, K-N-E-A-D. You know, to most of you who are not gluten intolerant like me, I think most of you do take bread for granted. You know, the smell of warm bread, the beautiful sensation of butter that is being put onto bread in the first bite that you have it. Thanks to gluten-free bread that is now being made, I am able to partake and enjoy along with all of you. So the next time you slice a loaf, you break bread, please think about all that goes into it. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of the history of bread, and then we're going to go into our competition, which has been hosted by Susan ma'am and judged by Susan ma'am, Glenn Chef, and Chef Meldor. Before we start anything, I'd like to call on Andre Sir because we have great news at Don Bosco College of Hospitality Studies. Thanks to the mentoring of Andre Sir and the wonderful talent of Ashley, his complete fortitude, and to every one of you that we have hounded to like, share, view the wonderful video of Amchi Kimchi. So Andre Sir,
Yes,
may I hand it over to you?
Sure, ma'am.
Congratulations!
Thank you, ma'am. All right, so heartiest congratulations to Ashley Rangnekar from the third year with his drink Amchi Kimchi, winning the first prize at the Amateur Virtual National Bartending Competition. Superb and very well done. And we want to thank all of you for your support, be it the students, ex-students, parents, well-wishers, and friends of Don Bosco for liking and sharing his video and getting him up to the first place. So thank you very much for that. I'm going to call on Ashley right now. He's going to talk about his drink, and I'm going to request Justin to just put on the PPT of Ashley's drink, please.
Hello everyone, good afternoon.
Congratulations, Ashley.
Congratulations!
Thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity to win this competition. It was nothing without you. So every year DY Patil conducts a national bartending competition, and I'm very glad to be a part of it. And luckily, with your help and support, I came first. So can I have the next slide, please? Okay, so my cocktail here is a very oriental cocktail. So it has a main ingredient called a kimchi, as you can see in the name. So the kimchi is a very oriental salad which is fermented along with napa cabbage and along with another various vegetables. So with the help of Andre sir and I got to make this cocktail, and you can see the recipe right here. So I put 60 ml of vodka, 15 ml of lime. Now you must be wondering why the icing sugar. So the thing is, the color of kimchi is too bright to the eyes, and it is not that appealing. It would, if I didn't put this icing sugar, it would look more like a Bloody Mary than the amchi kimchi which I made. So I just added a bit of icing sugar, which gave it a bit of cloudiness and a bit light color. And I put the kimchi puree and I topped it up with ginger ale. But now you must be wondering why I didn't put any sugar syrup in the drink. Sugar syrup is a main ingredient of every cocktail, right? So Andres gave me this idea to mix the sugar syrup along with the kimchi puree. So if you all are making it at home, we can, you have to just take 15 grams of kimchi puree and add 10 ml of sugar syrup to it. So that's the drink for you. Can I go to the next slide, please? So a few pointers here. The kimchi. So a kimchi has a very peculiar taste. It has a very pungent, a very spicy taste. So and it is a very exotic salad. That's that's the key ingredient of this cocktail. In terms of taste, it is very flavorful. You will love the drink. It is, you'll keep sipping on it, and it will give you a good kick on the throat because of its spiciness. And for the presentation, as you can see here, as I have put a I have rolled out a napa cabbage out of the kimchi which I made, and I also put a Korean red hot chili pepper. Can I have the next slide? So the last thing is, thanks to each and every one of you, for supporting me. And I know this is a very different kind of a competition, which, the winner is decided by likes and not by tasting the cocktail. So that's where you people are very important for me to be, you all brought me up and you all supported, you all liked the video, you all shared it, to which got me here. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ashley. To everybody that, especially the freshers who don't know Ashley, let me explain to you. Ashley is not just a fabulous bartender. He is also what I call, and I've told him that, he's a Renaissance man. Yesterday, you got to see the other two facets of Ashley. He is a musician. He also teaches students how to play the guitar and other instruments. He is also a word wizard and a PPT wizard. And yesterday he made the most wonderful presentation for Jerry Sir's Week. There are also a lot of other things that we still have to uncover from the talents of Ashley. I say this with great pride that, and so blessed that you chose Don Bosco to be in and to put us on the map. We are very grateful to both you and to Andre Sir for making sure that this happened. And I'm actually convinced that that drink was awesome. I don't think we needed to taste it to know that. So kudos to you, congratulations, and keep the momentum.
Thank
All
you.
right? Wonderful. Thank you, Ashley, very much. Thank you. So let's go on to the next presentation. That was the winners of the food plating plate to satiate competition. Justin, can I please ask you to put Chef Melroy's presentation, and I will call upon first Prasad Chef to announce the winners of the appetizer.
Good afternoon, everybody. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so we have first place, Lisa Korea. She made Honey Chicken Maniac with a beautiful presentation and the natural colors that she has used. And the plate is so neat, clean, colorful, and at the same time, the portion size is perfect as per the appetizer. So, Lisa Korea, you're the winner for the first place. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Second, we have Raimi Pinto with Ocean Dynamic, again beautifully plated. That colors are popping out, the kind of crocker, the plate she has used the blue color, which signifies the ocean's blue color, and it goes with her name. So very beautifully done, and the thinking process and the name she has given fantastic. And also the food is presented well. It has given nice height on the bed of nice the green color of parsley and the blue color of the ocean. Very well made dish. Raimi Pinto, congratulations.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
sir.
Third, we have Lian Carlos from FY, where she made a pesto chicken bite. Quite unique flavor, but as used in an appetizer with chicken and sausage and beautifully presented. The parsley oil or the herb oil, what she has made, has added the more color to the dish, different textures, and also the freshness by adding the cherry tomatoes and the basil leaves. Fantastic. Good work, Lian, and congratulations.
Thank you, Prasad Chef. Thank you. Just
And
wonderful. So now I'll ask, thank you,
ma'am,
I'll ask Meher ma'am to,
ma'am, just
oh, there's some more. I'm so sorry. I'm so
yes.
sorry. Go ahead.
So it was really I have to make one decision that it cannot be only the three winners, but Rohan Lewis from first FY, where he has presented the dish well, but also he has explained it very well. And to make a roulade in being a first year student is a difficult task, and one need a lot of technique to make that perfection to the roulade. And the way he has presented it, the portion size, the color, and the freshly made tomato sauce and vegetable. Ron, you make me change my decision, and you put you as a runner up. So it is because of your presentation and the way you have presented each and every course by changing your costume or the uniform. Keep it up. So we are also impressed with your presentation skills and the way you explain each element. So congratulations, Rohan
Thank
Lewis.
you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I call
Ma'am,
on
just
Meher ma'am to present the main course winners?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, students. I want to say congratulations to everybody. Okay, everyone who's plated up food is a winner as far as all of us at Don Bosco are concerned. We naturally have to choose from the best and make a list of what we think is the best of the best, and that's what we've done. The first prize is Vivek Lobo for his Kerala Wellington. I thought that was beautifully done, Vivek. Really, really an unusual way of plating. And you know, you've sort of centered the meat and you've done it into what you called a Kerala Wellington, and very beautifully done. So congratulations, Vivek.
Thank you, ma'am.
Our second winners, we've got two. One is Vivina Sharmal from second years. I thought that was a very beautiful colored plate with very, very lovely colors showing through. On a white plate, lovely color of the beetroot sauce and unusually, you know, done with a lemon chicken, I thought was beautiful. Congratulations, Vivina. We also have a second winner, and that is Raimi Pinto for Fish on the Hill. I thought this was also a very pretty plating that was done. Lovely colors, lovely use of space, very well done. Congratulations, Vivina and Raimi.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Our third place, another first year, Manuj Varman, very well presented, if I may say so, explained very beautifully, and showcased on this plate very artistically. Thank you very much, Manuj. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome. I had to choose one more because I felt this lady really deserved something for the creativity and the beautiful manner in which she had presented that to an Indian food plating. Aneri, that is really a beautiful looking plate. And I love the creativity. So congratulations, Aneri. Well done. Congratulations, everybody. Beautiful plates. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Meher ma'am. Thank you. And congratulations, all the winners.
Yes, ma'am.
So proud to see all of this, honestly.
Absolutely.
And especially the first years, because now we are really raring to go to see them in person and watch them in action.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. And now Melroy Chef. And again, thank you so much for the presentation.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so let's start with the plated dessert. So for the first place, I have Tanya Kasare from the second year, who did a beautiful summer lemon tart. For this dish, I chose this dish as to be the first place because the choice of fruits, the way the tart was made, the short crust, the thickness on the tart, and the presentation was amazing. So congratulations to you, Tanya.
Thank you, Chef.
So,
for the second place, I have Amar Mohan from the first year, who did Kumbilappam. And Amar literally forced me to Google it out because I did not know what it is. And he plated it very, very beautifully. So congratulations to you, Amar.
Thank you, Chef.
It looks amazing. Something very different out of the box, for me at least. All right.
I'll make it when I reach there, sir.
Thank you. Okay, the next one, for the third place, we have Alicia De Silva from the first years again, who has made triple chocolate mousse. I love the texture, and each and every layer was clearly visible. And Alicia, you spoke very well about your dessert. So thank you very much and congratulations. We have one more third prize winner, who is, I couldn't stop myself from doing this. It's Aneri Mehta from the first year, who did a Bombay Karachi Halwa. The texture of it, the glossiness over it drew me away. I'm dying to taste it. Not only me, might be everybody looking at it. Yes, looking at it. I have another prize given, a special prize given to Clayton from the third year for the dessert, the lotus. The only reason I chose this because it's very creative and working with sugar is not easy. So just for that sugar art, I gave another prize to Clayton Pereira. So congratulations, everybody. And all those who participated, really a good job done by each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Melroy Chef. Thank you so much and congratulations, all the winners. And now I'll hand it over to Andre sir for the coffee winners.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Good afternoon once again, and we're going to be talking about the winners for the styled coffee this afternoon. At first place from the second year, we have Mr. Denver Galbano with Mug O Joy. I'm sure that mug brought a lot of joy that evening after the webinar because it was just stunning. And the detail elements, I think I just had to give him the first place for this. So congratulations, Denver. Very well done.
Thank you, sir.
At second place from the first year, we have Aneri Mehta with Iced Rose Latte. And if you noticed with Aneri's dishes on the day of the webinar, a lot of them were very festive. All right, so even the use of the rose petals in a latte was something that's very, very unique. And getting Aneri to the second place with this iced rose latte. Congratulations, Aneri.
Thank you, sir.
The third place is a tie between Shruti Jadhav with Oreo cold coffee, accompanied with mint leaves and chocolate ganache, very well presented. All right, beautiful work on the plate as well, or the underliner as well. Congratulations, Shruti.
Thank you, sir.
And this place is tied with Rohan Lewis with Irish coffee. All right, beautiful layering, beautiful explanation. And this is one of the items that is normally done as part of the third year practical. And Rohan seems to have mastered it in his first year itself. So congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much,
well
sir.
done.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations to all the winners and thank you to all the participants.
Thank you so much, Andre, sir. Awesome. And again, congratulations for Ashley. And honestly, so proud and so happy. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for the coffee styling. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Wonderful. This is just an aside to everyone. I'm sure you'll have seen on Facebook. Andre sir yesterday also did a etiquette class for second graders in Don Bosco, Dominic Savio School. So 10 years from now, we're going to get a whole heap of students from there. But it was just a beautiful etiquette program. Thank you, Andre sir. So now we start, thank you sir. Now we start the need of the hour. We're going to show you a little video on the history of bread. The entire event is going to be presented and hosted by Susan ma'am, and I have to give you a little story that Susan ma'am comes from a family that has a bakery that is 100-odd years old in Panchkani, and it's called the Roche Bakery. It's on the main drag, as they would say, on the main road. Who better than Susan ma'am to make sure that she presents this webinar, because she has grown up around watching her mother and father, literally bake bread. She probably was at that table when she could just about stand up. And so I am so happy that you are presenting this. Before I hand it over to you, I just asked Justin, can you kindly play the video of History of Bread?
Europe, 30,000 BC. We encounter the first archaeological findings that testify the existence of cereals and rudimentary bread. Man began cultivating the earth and changed from a hunter to a farmer. He abandoned nomadic life and settled down in one place. This is how the first organized settlements began to develop. Cereals became the main source of food, with wheat and barley being the dominant crops. We also have the first preparation of bread, that is a slurry of seed water baked on rocks in the sun. Ancient Egypt was considered to be the granary of the world. Good quality wheat was cultivated there for the first time. We encounter the first organized civilizations utilizing tools and animals. Bread was also born in the land of the Nile. It was the main food for the Egyptians. Herodotus wrote that bread first acquired an economic and social status in Egypt, since it was used as currency to cover the salaries of both ordinary workers and senior officials. Bread was initially kneaded in a trough and baked on a hot plate, where it became a type of pie. Later on, the dough was placed into a clay pot and cooked on embers. Yeast was discovered, and this greatly improved the quality of bread. We encounter bread in different shapes and sizes in grave excavations. Carefully shaped bread accompanied the dead. We also encounter the first organized bakeries that bake bread in a clay oven and sell it, while many other types of bread began to be prepared using a mixture of other cereals and seeds, as well as fruits and herbs, such as dates and coriander. Bread was handed down by the Egyptians to the Jews, the Greeks, and the Romans. The cultivation of common wheat was introduced from trading with Egypt, and this was the starting point for the production of good quality bread that was gradually enriched. The development of bread making was very rapid. The construction of ovens, as we know them today, with a door and the capacity for preheating, has been attributed to the Greeks. Wheat bread was called artos. Hippocrates refers to different types of bread, sweets, and biscuits. Later, Athenaeus, in the Learned Banquet, refers to 72 types of bread and the existence of organized bakeries. He even mentions the production of the first pizza, round dough on which they placed vegetables, cheese, or oil and herbs that was known as plakuntas. Following the complete conquest of Greece, the Romans were initiated into the art of baking by the Greeks and developed it. There were 300 organized bakeries in Rome during the reign of Emperor Trajan, with the first Bakers' Guild and Greek bakers. The bakery's bread industry was comprised of 5 parts: the grinding mill, the domed oven, the storeroom, the sales area, and the baker's house. The Romans have also been credited with using beer yeast in bread making, which they discovered during the conquest of countries that produced beer, such as the Gauls, Britons, and Iberians. As the art of bread making developed, bread now had a prominent place in the daily diet of the Byzantines, where the bread quality varied in accordance with the type of flour, as well as the manner in which cereals were milled. The bread was mainly produced from wheat, but also from barley. The Byzantines adored sweets and started developing pastry making. Even though it took a long time for sugar to be discovered, honey was in abundance to cover the many needs. Apart from honey, sireo or drossato, pomegranate syrup, was often poured over the sweets. Bread making remained the same amongst most cultures up till 1881, when electricity decisively altered people's lives. Many new recipes were developed throughout Europe, together with the art of pastry making, which have survived down to the present day and are cherished. We have croissant from Vienna, tiramisu, panettone, and ciabatta from Italy, crepes, brioche, baguette, and millefeuille from France, cake from Spain, and many other flavors that have now enslaved the world. We may not know with accuracy when mankind discovered cereals, but we know that after their cultivation, civilization started. Cereals help people to survive and domesticate animals. When man understood their importance, he decided to settle down in one place and start to cultivate them. That was a significant turning point for human evolution. Therefore, he began to build cities, communicate, write, and travel. Civilization began to develop. It is not surprising that bread was loved and appreciated by every culture, with a special position in daily life and religion. It is a precious commodity and will always be a basic element in our diet.
Okay. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. And I would like to thank, am I audible, ma'am? Am I audible?
Yes, 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 you are, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. First, I would like to thank Annabelle, ma'am, for that wonderful introduction that she gave. And yes, I have grown up playing in flour, like I say. And since ma'am asked me to judge this competition and present it, I was very happy to do it. And here I am today, okay? Now, starting with bread, the first thing, when we see the judging of a bread, what are the parameters that we normally judge on? The 5 parameters that we normally take to judge a bread would first be the crumb texture. Now, the crumb texture is the size of the holes in the bread that are there when the bread is cut. Second, the appearance. how the bread actually looks. That's what is taken into consideration. Third, the consistency of the bake. Consistency of the bake means that when you're baking the bread and you're presenting it to me, whether all the rolls look the same in color or are some darker or some lighter. Next, the aroma of the bread, and last, the flavor of the yeast. These are the 5 parameters that bread is always judged by. Unfortunately, today, I cannot taste the bread for the aroma flavor. So I am going to be judging it only on the crumb texture, the consistency and appearance along with Melroy Chef. Okay. Coming to bread, when we leave different categories, and I know categories were WhatsApping me or sending me messages, calling me to ask. Now, when we learn about bread, bread is basically made in 2 ways. One, the dough that is made with essential ingredients. The essential ingredients are flour, yeast, fat, sugar, salt, and water, or any liquid. Okay, these are essential ingredients. When we mix these together and we allow it to ferment and prove, the dough that we get is what we call as bread dough. And bread dough is what is made into your normal bread loaves or your bread rolls. Okay, all these are made from bread dough. When other ingredients are added to the bread dough, these are known as optional ingredients. That's when it changes to the names of the other breads that we have on the list. And as I go along, each category has. So we start with our first category of today, which is bread rolls. Now, bread rolls are normally made from a bread dough. They are smaller in shape and they can take many different forms that are there. Okay, we can shape them into bows, we can shape them into braids, we can shape them into baskets, and they are served all together on a table in a bread basket, normally to be had with your soups or butter. Okay, so I call only essential ingredients were used to make bread rolls. So I call upon the first contestant of today, Raimi Pinto, to present her bread rolls and talk about the different 6 shapes that she has made. Raimi?
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, like I'll show it to you. So this is an entire setup that I have done. These are my breads. So this is a braid. This is a flower shape. This is a braid shape, but a twisted braid. This is another type of a rolled bread in which you crisscross roll it and you turn it. This is a wave. This is a knot, and this is a two-flat break. So, ma'am, I'll break it and I'll show it to you.
Yeah, definitely, Raimi.
So, ma'am, this is the bread. This is
okay.
The bread. It's soft.
The texture.
And for the glaze,
okay.
I have used egg and milk wash together.
Okay.
So, ma'am, I accompanied it with a salad with olive oil, pepper, salt, and with ham, salami, cheese, and jam.
Okay, fine. That looks very nice, Raimi. Can you please send us a picture? All of you who are taking part, please send us a picture of your presentation to my WhatsApp number. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Raimi.
Thank you, ma'am.
Our next contestant for today is Alicia De Silva. Alicia De Silva?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we please have your plate?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Alicia.
So these are the rolls that I have made. I sprinkled this. I made a knot of the. Made the knot and I folded it. Here I have made a roll, and here this I have braided it actually, and then rolled it again, so that I have braided actually it in a square form, but as you can see, but it is not showing it now because it's already baked. So I braided this in square form, and this is just a roll. I rolled two straight strands, and I made two ducks. Like it had a shape of duck, but then now it is baked, so it didn't come. Yeah, this is what I have.
Okay.
I
Okay.
sprinkled oregano on it so that to get a different kind of flavor.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much for that, Alicia. Okay. I know that you said that you tried two ducks and it didn't come, but please remember, it's not a problem you're still in the first year. You have to practice. You will get perfect only once you keep practicing. That's when you learn to do it better. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Next, I go to our third contestant, Denver Galbano. Denver.
Yes. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, one and all. So today I have made 9 different shapes of bread rolls. As you can see. One second. Yeah. 9 different shapes of bread rolls. So starting with this, I have made a rose shaped bread roll with a leaf. For this, I have cut the dough into circle, and I've used 5 circles and then joined it with using water and rolled it out to give a rose shape, and then I attached a leaf to it. Then this is a braided type of bread, which I have braided the bread first and then rolled it out. Then this is an 8 number shaped bread. Then this is the braided type of bread. For this type of bread, I have used scissor to give a cut and then stretched it outwards so that it looks like this. Then this is the flower shaped bread. For this also, I have used the dough cutter and pointed out with my fingertip so that it looks like a flower. And this is a mini bun, and I garnished with it sesame seed. And this is a curled shaped bread, and even this one towards the inward.
Okay.
And for all the breads, I have egg washed it so that it gives the glaze. So ma'am, should I cut and show you the bread?
Yeah, if you can just break one, Denver.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, so this is the texture. It's very soft and from the inside.
Okay.
As you can see.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Denver. So we had only 3 contestants in the bread roll category that was there. And I move on to my next category, which is focaccia. Now, focaccia is a flat oven baked bread, which is similar in style and texture to a pizza dough. Okay. We start with the first contestant, Leanne Carlos. Leanne?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. And I have made focaccia today. So for my toppings, I have used capsicum, rosemary, olive, and decorated with onions. Just 1 minute, switch off the cam. 1 minute.
Okay. What I would like to mention over here that Leanne has done her focaccia in a cooker, not in an oven today. And that's the reason why she doesn't have the color on the top. She had to try a different way of making bread.
So this is the texture of the bread. It is soft.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Leanne, and please do send us a photo, like I've told the rest of them also.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
second contestant for today is Rohan Lewis. Rohan? Yes, Rohan. Rohan, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a focaccia that I've made. I will just cut one piece and show you.
Definitely. Ron, you're on mute again.
Yes, ma'am, I know that.
Yeah,
See,
okay.
this is the focaccia that I've made.
Yeah.
It's soft, it's crumbly. For the garnishing, for the top, I've taken tomatoes, onions, capsicums, oregano, chili flakes, and then at last I've grated some cheese on it.
Okay.
So this is the texture.
Okay. Thank you, Rohan.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for that. The third contestant in the focaccia category is Lisa Correa.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are, Lisa.
I hope you all can see the bread. This is my focaccia bread. So I have taken cherry, tomatoes, beetroot, onion, and some coriander. And this is parsley, which I have dried and I've used down. And I've also had sides of zucchini here.
Okay.
And I've glazed it with butter.
That looks nice, Lisa.
Thank you.
Making me hungry again. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, please send us pictures. Okay. Thank you very much, Lisa. And we move to the next category of breads, which is flavored breads. Now, when we say flavored breads is a basic bread dough that is taken and optional ingredients are added to the dough, like herbs, spices, or other flavorings can be added. Okay, now coming to the contestants for today with flavored bread, our first contestant is Krishna Gupta. Krishna Gupta has made a pesto cheesy bread. Yes, Krishna.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I have made pesto cheesy bread. So, one second. Inside the bread, I have spread pesto, which I have made by coriander, mint, and lemon juice, cheese, peanut, and garlic. And also, I have spread some cheese inside the bread.
Okay. That looks very nice, Rohan. Sorry, Krishna. That looks very nice. Yeah. Thank you. Please send us photos, Krishna. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. The second person in the flavored breads is Sarah John with chili garlic bread. Sarah John.
Good afternoon, one and all. So here I have made a bloomed flour garlic chili bread in which I have infused roasted garlic and chili flakes with some herbs into the bread dough. I rested this dough for 4 hours, then did the knockback process and divided and shaped it into the flour and then kept it for second proving for 2 hours and then brushed with an egg wash, which gave the brown texture, and then baked it, and I glazed it with melted butter, which was infused with crushed garlic, chili, herbs, salt, and pepper. So you guys can see over here. And I have kept a lemon and honey tea to go with it. And the texture here is not totally soft. It's a crunch like a toast you get on the first bite. After then, it gets smooth towards the inside as we have infused butter into it. Thank you,
That's
ma'am.
looking very nice. Sarah.
Thank you, ma'am.
That
Yes,
looks
ma'am.
very nice.
Thank you so much,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you.
The the third the third contestant for today bread, but it is a different kind of a bread which does not use yeast. Okay, and the bread is called a bakar khani. Over to you, Akash. Yeah, Akash.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. Ma'am, can you see the bread?
Akash. Yeah. Okay. Good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. So the bread which I have made today
No,
is
we can't. Okay. Yes. Now we can. Yeah.
yes, ma'am. So the bread which I have made today is Pakar Khani. It is basically originated in Bangladesh, which was a part of Bengal before independence. So this bread actually originated in the time of the Mughal period and named after a son of the Nawab of Bengal, who was called as Bakir Khan. So this bread actually doesn't call in for yeast. It is a unleavened bread, and the main feature is it is laminated, wherein we use butter. So in this bread, I have actually used pure ghee, some amount of sugar, and refined flour. And yes, this bread is actually made in tandoor, but as I've not having tandoor with me, so I've made it into an oven over here. So it is a flat bread, and it actually has a crumbly
Flavored
texture.
with?
Yes, ma'am. So over here I have topped it with some sesame seeds, and actually I have used some amount of cinnamon and star anise powder.
Okay. Fine. Thank you, Akash. That looks very nice. Please send us a picture. Okay. Now we move on to our last category for today, which is enriched bread. Now the word enrich means to make it more rich. So what is basically done in this category is that the bread dough is taken and it is enriched, that is made more rich by the addition of eggs, butter, or sugar to the basic dough or the basic bread dough that they had. Okay, so it becomes a rich dough. In this category, the first that we have is braided enriched bread. So the first contestant with braided enriched bread is Alicia De Silva.
Yes, ma'am.
Alice. Yes, Alice.
Ma'am, I have made 4 braided bread and I have made 3 braided bread and I have twisted it, like I have made a round of it, made it a circle. I gave this a half moon shape because uh, everyone is showing just a straight braided bread. But what if we do a half moon or else a full circle?
Okay.
It would be unique. So yeah, it tone up, but then yes, I made it.
Okay. That's a good try, Alicia. It looks nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
The
ma'am.
next, thank you, Alicia. The next contestant is Lisa Korea.
Ma'am, just 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So I chose, actually, I did not know about this bread at the start, but actually, after doing some research, I came to know that this is a Jewish bread, and then this bread is a enriched bread. It has a lot of butter, and actually, for the Jewish New Year, they have to make this bread, and it represents a new life and a new year, and it also represents a crown. It's called challah.
Okay. So it's a Kurun bread, challah bread. Okay, fine. That looks very nice, Lisa. Thank you. Moving in the next category of enriched bread, we have enriched breads which have been stuffed. And the first person to present their stuffed enriched bread would be Sean Galbano with the turtle bread.
Yes, ma'am. So here I've made a stuffed turtle bread. So the stuffing is of chicken, shredded chicken, which I had already already cooked along with herbs and spices and along with some sauces. So for the total, for his eyes, I have studied it with the peppercorns, and for the design of it, I have used the nozzle of a piping bag. So here is the stuffing and the texture of the bread. So it's soft, and even I had some dough left, so I've tried another shape, that is a bird bread, which is in the shape of a bird, and even a bunny. So here is the bunny, which I've stuffed with a sausage.
Oh, that's a very nice idea, Denver. It looks nice. Please do send us a picture. Sean, sorry, Sean.
Thank you, ma'am.
Both the brothers have
No
taken
problem.
part.
Thank
So
you.
the next contestant for today, Denver Galbano with fish bread.
Yes, ma'am. 1 second. So here I have made fish bread. So to get the shape of the fish, I have used a cardboard and cut it out in the shape of a fish. And the stuffing that I've done inside is a chicken minced, which consists of onion, ginger garlic paste, and chopped chilies, and a few homemade masala to give a flavor. And to get the shape on the scale and on the fin of the fish, I have used a fork and the back of the spoon. And for the eyes, I have used peppercorn. You can serve it with homemade mayonnaise and tomato ketchup sauce. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Denver. The next person in the stuffed bread category, Sarah John with spicy chicken strip bread.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are, Sarah.
So here I have made two types of bread, as you guys can see. The first one is a spicy chicken. This one is a spicy chicken strip bread. And the second one is a garlic chicken bun over here. So I started by marinating both the chickens. One with the, sorry about that. One with the chili mix and the other one with the garlic mix, which I had made, and then rested it for an hour to make the chicken more tender, and then pan fried it. Then I took the bread dough. So here what I did different is that during the first proving, I glazed the dough with the remaining oil from the chicken, so that all the flavors of the chicken gets mixed and infused with the bread as well. So we don't just get the flavor from the chicken, but we get it from the bread as well. Then I did the same process of resting it for 4 hours, then the knockback process. Then I divided and stuffed and shaped it. And then I did the scoring on top, which you guys can see why the chicken is visible. And then the bread was proofed for another 2 hours, and then I gave it an egg wash and baked it. So here the texture of the bread strips are a crunchy bread and a chewy chicken inside. So it's not totally soft, so it's a bit of a crunchy bread. And over here, and the buns are very spongy and soft with the chewy buttery chicken inside, as I've infused it with garlic and butter. So these are the two breads that I've served, and I've accompanied it with a sunny side up and a mango juice. So it's kind of a breakfast meal that we can have. That's it. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Sarah. You know, I'm very happy. Can you ask me why? Because you're the first student today who has actually used all the baking terms that we taught you in the first year,
Ma'am, I have to
scoring
prove
and
I'm a
everything
second
else.
year.
Thank you, Sarah, for that.
Thank you so
Okay,
much, ma'am.
I move on to the next category. Thank you, Sarah. I move on to the next category, which is the bun dough category in enriched bread. Now, from bun dough, there are many various products that can be made. And we start with the first contestant of today, Alicia De Silva, who has made flour, rose, and cinnamon buns. Alicia?
Yes, ma'am. So I have made rose bun. I've made 2 rose bun. This is a normal bun, just twisted. These are buns. I have garnished it with cumin seeds, and here I have added sesame seeds. And these are also flour buns. I have garnished them with this sesame seeds. And these are cinnamon rolls. I have made it using brown sugar and cinnamon powder. Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. The next contestant of today, Manoj Varman. And Manoj Varman has made Vienna Sari. So he would explain to you what exactly that is. Over to you, Manoj.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon. So, basically, just give me a second. So, this is the thing. So, as you told, this three all together called Venus series. So, which includes pain ou chocolate, right? Butter croissant and cinnamon raisin roll. So basically, ma'am, what I did is like when I was making croissant, pain, chocolate, and when I was making cinnamon raisin rolls. So what I did is like I used the same puff pastry dough, just cut it, filled, and rolled differently, right? So basically, for the croissants, I cut the dough into rectangle and rolled it up. For pain chocolate, I just cut and into a rectangle and filled with chocolate stick, or I could say chocolate ganache stick, as you can see. And for the cinnamon roll, as we know, the most exciting thing, like when it comes to cinnamon roll, it's a quick snack, or I could say a sweet breakfast or a sweet treat. And even I love making a cinnamon roll using puff pastry, like it's quite common in UK. So I just give a glimpse after cutting it. Just give a second, ma'am. And I'm really sorry, Prasad sir, I'm not using the bread knife. You're gonna kill me for sure, but it's okay. So, ma'am, here is go for croissant, the texture,
Okay.
and for I just go for penny chocolate.
Okay.
Ma'am, I just go for the chocolate, right? And I go for cinnamon roll.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Manoj. Thank you for that. We move on to the next contestant of today, Rohan Lewis, with a yin yan bun. Rohan?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So today what I've done, the focaccia what I made, I thought I'll make something else of that. So the dough which was left, I turned it out into something stuffed with chocolate. So I was not knowing the ma'am, and Susan ma'am helped me with the name of that. So I'll just show you what it is. Okay, so this is the yin yang buns that I've made. I just baked it some half an hour ago, and just a minute, I'll cut and show. So here inside is the dark chocolate and the white chocolate. I've mixed it both. This nice and soft. And I've garnished it with the grated white and dark chocolate again. So it has a sweet flavor all the time.
Okay. That
So
looks nice. Nice, Rohan.
Yes, ma'am, and
Okay,
thank you
we
for
can't
giving the
taste
name
it now.
of it.
Thank you, Rohan.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Pleasure. Okay. I move on to the next contestant of today, Sarah John. Sarah John has made chocolate and almond rolls. The rolls are enriched with almond flour. Sarah?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, everyone again. So here I went on making a sweeter bread as we had the spicy and buttery one. So this is a chocolate and almond roll. Here I have made 2 bread doughs with the same base ingredient, but adding an addition of cocoa into the chocolate dough. And as I tried a lot, but I couldn't find the almond flour, I infused my bread dough with almond powder. So I chopped all the almonds, I roasted it a bit, and then I grinded it. And then I infused that with the dough. And to add a little more sweetness, as we're calling it a sweet bread, I added a little more sweetness, which was more than instructed in the dough. And then rested it for 4 hours, then the knockback process. Then I divided it and shaped it. Here, it was really different and difficult as I had to scale and flatten equal amount of both, then roll them together and then them as the shapes here. By using a tool, I used chopsticks to divide, and this was a whole process which I had to first learn. So I wasted a lot of dough with that. And I had to make each roll individually, then proved it for another 2 hours, and then gave it an egg wash and baked it. So here the texture is more biscuity kind of texture because I've added more amount of sweet, so it hardens it. As I added more amount of sweet, which has hardened it, but the dough but also remains a little crumbly and sweet at the same time. So here I've accompanied it with a little almond wine, which I've shown a plate. That's it. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Sarah. That was a very nice
Ma'am, I can't.
explanation of it. I said the explanation nice.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Contestant of today, Matilda. Matilda?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. So today I made bunnies. Just a second. So this bread became known to me from the Disney movie, The Princess and the Frog. So beignets are French donut, also known as French fried pastry. So the ingredients that I used are yeast, all-purpose flour, sugar, vanilla, and nutmeg powder. Then I set it aside for proving. Then I flatten it and cut it into square shapes. Then I again set it aside for 10 minutes. Then I fry till it's golden brown. Then I dusted it with powdered sugar and drizzled it with honey. So ma'am, let me just cut it. So ma'am, this is the texture. They are very light and airy texture. The beignets taste the best when it's little crisp from the outside and airy from the inside. And it is eaten while it's still hot. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Matilda. The last contestant for today is Danisha Gomes with her cinnamon rolls.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Danisha.
You can see, okay. Yeah, so good afternoon to all. Over here, I have cinnamon rolls for today. Cinnamon rolls are basically enriched bun rolls, which are flavored with cinnamon, lots of butter, and brown sugar. Cinnamon was basically originated in Sweden, where they even celebrate of Cinnamon Roll Day on 4th of October. It is basically mainly garnished with cream cheese frosting. But over here, I have some sugar glaze. I'll pour it. Ma'am, the texture of the bread is basically a very soft, nice, and buttery with lots of flavor of cinnamon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Danisha. That really looked appetizing. I wish you were in college so we could all taste it.
Thank
okay?
you so much, ma'am.
So with that, we have finished all our contestants, and I hand over back to Annabelle, ma'am. Ma'am.
Thank you, Susan, ma'am. Thank you for making sure that there was beautiful presentation.
Yes,
to every single student that has taken part. I am so grateful to you because I can see the amount of effort and, whether it is research, then actually preparing your product. It has been really a joy to watch. Thank you very much, Susan ma'am. Thank you to the other two judges, Glenn and
Thank you, ma'am.
Chef and Melroy Chef. And I'm sure it's going to be a very difficult choice with all the different divisions. Thank you very much. Before we round up today, there's just one more video just to give you a little more insight. Justin, may I ask you to play that? Wonderful. Thank you so much. The reason I showed the video, thank you, Susan ma'am, was to make sure that we now take it to the next level. So the next time we have the next Knead of the Hour part 2, we will have these kind of artistic breads. So with that, thank you very much, Susan ma'am. I want to give a shout out to a lot of people who have been helping me over these last 3 webinars and the entire series. First is Justin. I'm absolutely grateful to you for all that you do, because I'm constantly worrying you with the itineraries for the webinars, and you make sure that it is all possible. Thank you to Chef Melroy for making sure that the PPTs get done. Thank you to Andre sir for this win that we got, and for the second standard etiquette class, and for all the wonderful taglines. To all the judges for all the 3 events that we've had so far. Thank you, because the presenters and the judges, it takes a lot to get the students to take part, and then to kind of scroll down and to get the presentations in order. Thank you for doing that. I thank you all for judging it, and for making sure that the students have this platform. To the entire webinar team, you'll have enough going on with your classes, but you'll still take the time to make sure that everything gets done. Susan ma'am, Roma ma'am, Andre sir, Chef Melroy, Chef Prasad, thank you very much. To all the students and the faculty that have joined me today, I'm extremely grateful that you'll have come for this webinar series and this webinar today, and making sure that our second series is also wonderful. We look forward to seeing you on Thursday at 10 o'clock, where we have a graduating student, Denzel Pereira, who has started his own venture, but who has been doing this, taking orders for a while. He has the most gorgeous cakes, has been on the baking team. We call him a cake maestro. So he has been doing this from the time he was in first year, and made the wonderful cakes for when we did Cuba, when we did Brazil, when we did the last one, which was the Awfully Yours. Absolutely spectacular cakes. Was there for Rebus last year, made sure that the cakes were fabulous, and even for the year before when it was layered lusciousness. So we look forward to 10 o'clock on Thursday. I know you guys don't get up that early, students, and I know it's the beginning of the Diwali holiday, but I hope to see all of you on Thursday at 10 o'clock. Again, thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful evening, a wonderful Saturday evening. Thank you so much. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, everybody.